Well, what do you got tonight? Any lineup switches or changes? Or
No, we'll stay the same.
same?
Yeah,
Everything good? What about, you've really had a couple good days of practice. Do you
yeah.
want to, obviously you want to see that translate over to the game?
Yeah, we talked about defense. We talked about rebounding and transition defense. So the last 2 days have been really good. I think the guys probably have told you that, it's been intense. And now we just need to carry that over.
When you see the Clippers, you've been talking about them this week. Big challenge. You got them twice in within 8 days. Uh, what do you have to do to kind of stay in the game with them?
One of the best teams in the West. When you talk about, coaches, you talk, point guards, you talk about the best, and so you look at Doc, well-coached team. They play hard. They play for one another. They use the three-pointer. They use the lob. They understand who they are. They're a veteran ball club, so they know their identity. So for us, it's to try to, again, we have to rebound the ball if we want any chance tonight.
After focusing on defense the last few days, just how do you physically match up against them, do you feel?
Physically, we got to box them out. Again, being a young team, our technique, us being able to get a body on their longer players, their athletic players. Again, if you don't, it's a dunk or it's going to be an open three, and that's, one of their strengths. So for us, we have to be physical. We're learning how to be physical, but we have to learn how to be physical for 48 minutes.
Is Johnny available tonight or no?
Yeah, he'll dress, and we'll see how the game goes, but it won't be a lot of minutes, if any minutes, tonight.
How has Jared Dudley been for you?
He's been great. You talk about a veteran guy. We couldn't ask for a better player in person. Being able to help the young guys. One of our weaknesses right now is that we don't talk a lot to one another. His voice carries throughout the gym, so he's helping teach guys how it's the importance of talking to one another offensively and defensively, and then I think being professional, working on your craft, and Duds has done that. You can see he's shooting the ball extremely well, but when he's on the floor for us, most of the time he's a positive, when you talk about plus minus. So fortunately I can't play him 48 minutes, but he's been great.
Jason, is Jabari a born leader?
I think when you look at J.O.B, his work ethic, again, being a rookie, I don't know how many leaders are rookies, because the game is different, or born leaders. And so, again, he's getting comfortable each time he takes the floor, and I think you can see his leadership, his competitiveness to win. He wants to win in everything that he does. He wants to, help his teammates, and he makes the game easy for his teammates. So when you talk about a 19-year-old, he has all the, tools to be a great leader in this game.
When you took over, what were the first two things you said we're going to do differently or we're going to do better?
Play hard to the end. No matter what the score is, we're not going to just give in. We're going to play hard. That was the only thing that we talk about. For a young team, we have to understand that playing hard will put you in a position in this league to be in games. And then from that, the next step is to learn how to win those games, and then, go forward from there. But the guys have played hard, each time we take the floor. So I think that message got to them loud and clear.
Jason, I think you guys are 6-4 at home. That's something, you want to really have. And this team, of course, hasn't really had any kind of home court edge for a while. If you could establish that, that would be big.
Yeah, I think, again, we're taking, we're going to take step by step, protecting home, learning how to win games, understanding getaway games, so we're a little ahead of schedule, but the vocabulary is building each time, each day we take the floor, and that's a positive.
Jason, what's it been like working with Wes and Mark? And I know you have a history a little bit with them, but just to be in, together now for an extended period, how have you found them engaging with this team?
I think it's been great. I think our owners, their personalities, it takes on the team, and those guys are involved. They're competitors. They want to win, and they understand the process of learning how to win in this league. But I think it's great when you talk about a young team and new owners growing together, and so you couldn't ask for a better combination.
You were known for your vision on the court. Do you see the same thing in Chris Paul as a point guard, or similar type of kind of vision?
Oh, his vision is better. He's got younger eyes. So, you know, you look at Chris, he came in the league with that vision and that competitiveness, his heart, you know, he's a born winner. He wants to win. And so any team he's on, you know, has a good chance of winning. So you see that on a nightly basis. So, you know, when you talk about vision, his vision is as good as anybody in the league.
Jason, following up on what John said, I mean, is it something where Mark or Wes, they don't feel hesitant to give you a call, or you could call them, you know, if there's just anything? I mean, they seem engaged about that.
They're open. You know, you can call them anytime. They'll call you.
Yeah.
You make sure that you take that call.
Answer that one.
You know, you know, I thought a perfect example is Charlotte. They wanted to know why we didn't foul. You know, and I think
First game.
Yeah, and I think that's great. It happened, got that out of the way. You know, they wanted to know, and we talked about it, and they said, okay, perfect. Let's move on and find it. Let's build on it. So, you know, I think we're all learning. Again, we're all competitors, and we all want to win. So again, I think that's a great combination.